What's going on, GGC fam? It is your boy Spence here, and it is officially the first episode of Linked Up. This podcast is for y'all, about y'all, telling everybody why this community is so unique. Today, in this first episode, I am accompanied by my boy Hung and our first guest on the pod, Zack Mowry. So please take a seat, sit back, and enjoy. What is going on, GGC fam, and welcome to our first episode of Linked Up, where we interview our members. There's so many of us now. We want to know your stories, who you are, how you got here. And with us today, our very first guest of Linked Up, Mr. Zack Mowry. Zack, TTG. Zack, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? How are you?
Dude, I'm living life, The rain has stopped. I'm ready to get out on the course. I'm like itching, bro. I'm just sick and tired of the rain.
Yeah, I know all the ranges around me, they've been closing and stuff. I keep getting emails from the courses saying like tee times are going to be refunded and stuff. I'm not used to that being here in California. It's kind of why I moved here. So,
Exactly. I think that's why a majority of us moved here was to be able to golf. That kind of brings us to why we're here, though, right? So you're talking about why you moved here. What brought you here? Why are you here? What do you do? How'd you get to be here? Like, what's your story?
yeah, so I'm from like a little tiny town in Ohio called Danville. It's close to Mount Vernon, which is also small, but it's bigger than Danville. It's like our big city, which is close to Columbus. So I always just say I'm from Columbus because nobody knows where those other two are from. Um, let's see.
There's a college in
Man,
Mount Vernon, right?
yeah, that's where I played basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it. There's a nice little college right off the highway there.
Yeah, there's Mount Vernon Nazarene, which is where I went, and then there's also
Yeah.
Kenyon College, which is where like a lot of famous actors' kids go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a really, really nice school. But went there, played basketball, broke my wrist, lost my scholarship, transferred schools a couple times, and then quit going to school, did some other stuff. Ended up getting lucky, got an engineering job with a company called Siemens. It's German, Siemens. All right. Um, did electrical engineering for about 5 years. The last 2 years, I moved to California because I started streaming. That's what the TTG is from. It stands for the Traveling Gamer, or it used to. I mean, now
Yeah.
it kind
Yeah.
of stands for Train to Golf or something with golf in it because I don't really do as much gaming as I do golf now. I think
Right.
that's why golf comes first in the GGC, golf before gaming, always.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, came out here, was doing streaming stuff in the beginning, started doing YouTube once I got out to California, and then just it went crazy from there. Quit my engineering job, kept going with YouTube, and then yeah, that's kind of why I moved here. This is before golf.
Right.
I didn't even golf at all.
Well, I think your story is kind of like a lot of people, right? Where they came here for gaming or a job or whatever it is, and you pick up golf because your friends are doing it. There's so much of it around. It's just kind of like in the atmosphere out here, and it's something you can do all year round. Or like you said, you play a sport. What do you do after you're done with that sport? It's like you're competitive as hell. You want to do something else. What else can you do that's something that you can do without a whole team or whatever?
Yeah.
um I mean, we're talking about teams, but I know you're part of a group called Two Hype. What is Two
Yep.
Hype?
Two Hype, it started out as just like a group of us together. First, it was called the 2K House
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
was just me, LSK, and Jesser. And then we just kept adding more and more people. And we eventually got like all of us in a house. And we were like, we can't just keep going by 2K House. Like, we need to make a name for ourselves.
right,
And we
right.
can't just base everything off of 2K. Um, so we came up with the name Two Hype. And yeah, we're basically a group of YouTubers. We have a group channel. We actually just stopped uploading on the group channel because a lot of us are, having kids and super busy with our own things. But still a group, still doing videos together. But it's basically back to how it started, which was
Yeah.
just us making videos, living in the same house, playing basketball, playing video games, and just trying to put out as much content as we could.
That's that's kind of sick too. It's like doing this sort of thing with your friends, I think is kind of where we all would love to do this. That's kind of how myself and Hung behind the camera, like we're doing GGC, we're doing these other things, right? Like you want to do these things with your friends, and we have hundreds of friends now in the GGC,
Right.
which is awesome to do. Like to be able to do this stuff with everybody is awesome. But I know you guys affiliated with 100 Thieves. What has your time been like there? Like, did you start golfing when you saw other people there golfing? Because there's some other 100 Thief people in the club.
Yeah.
Did those guys
Um,
affect you joining, or what? Where? How did this work?
so they definitely affected me joining GGC. It was actually Mud Dog, Eric,
Yeah,
that kind of like was like, yo, like, I just got into golf and stuff. And then he was like, man, like, I didn't know you golfed. Like, you should join this club. Like, me and Matt are in it.
yeah,
We have golf events every month. There's tons of people, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, this sounds amazing. I'd literally just started golfing like
yeah.
a month prior. So, yeah, I was super excited. And then, um, yeah, I had my interviews, went and played with Hung so he could vet me and make sure I wasn't an asshole or anything. And
That's a tough bet right there. It's a tough bet.
yeah, it was pretty
Yeah,
tough, man.
That's rule number one. No assholes allowed.
yeah.
I don't
Exactly.
know how you slipped through, man.
Um, yeah, I don't know how I got in because yeah. But yeah, anyway, join 100 Thieves. How we did that? Basically, we were doing the 2 Hype channel, the group channel, and we were just taking turns each week. It was like one person's responsibility to come up with a video idea, make sure it gets edited, make sure we get the thumbnail, get the video, like scan through the video, make sure we do like a first pass or whatever, and then
Yeah.
get like whatever, how many other iterations that we needed, get the video up on Saturday, and then have it go public. So that was a lot when you're trying to run your own channel as well.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, we kind of need some production help. And we were like, dude, we should join an org and like, what I'm saying, like see what's up with one of these orgs. And like a few of us had been hit up by FaZe in the past. Um, let's see, Luminosity, like a
Yeah.
couple other places too. Maybe TSM at one point, like early on. But we all really loved 100 Thieves, and we all knew Matt. So we hit him up. Chris hit him up and was like, "Yo, we're looking to join an org, whatever, whatever, back and forth. And are you interested in having us?" And Matt was like, "Dude, it's crazy that you just hit me up because this is literally what I'm looking to do right now."
Yeah.
So I mean, it was just a perfect fit. Obviously, we had to go through like contract negotiations, all that
Yeah.
stuff, blah blah blah, the backdoor stuff. And then we joined, and it's been a little over 2 years, and it's been one of the greatest things we ever did as a group. um, but yeah, joined there, started playing golf January of last year, like the end of January. So I'm coming up on a year
Yeah.
of playing, but yeah, I started playing in January. My buddy Shane got me into it. Shout out Shane. Um, he came over one time. I think it was actually for my birthday last year,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Yo, you want to go to the range?" And I was like,
Skeptical, huh? At first, you're
"Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah."
know,
I was
bro.
like,
Like,
"Yeah," because I mean, to be honest, I've worked at a golf course before when I was like
yeah.
15 and 16. Never hit a ball. Never hit a single ball. All I did was whip the greens in the morning and then wash carts until like I don't know, noon, lunchtime, and then I would leave. Just never had any interest because it was just all basketball. It's
Yeah.
all about basketball. So Shane asked me if I want to go to the range. Well, yeah, whatever. So we go to Roger Dunn. We get an 8 iron, a 6 iron, and an old driver.
Yeah.
And I think it was like probably 60, $70 for all the clubs all together. We go to the range. He gets 100. I get 100. And I just start swinging. I have no idea what I'm doing. He's trying to give me pointers, but I mean, what I'm saying? He just started golfing not too long ago either,
Yeah.
as well. Sorry. And I hit it like maybe 2, 3 good times out of 100, and that was enough.
Dude, it's the one. Listen, anybody that's watching this that has hit a golf ball knows it takes one flushed iron to
Yep.
hook you, and you are freaking hooked, man. Like,
Yep.
No matter what happens, you could have the most awful round of all time, right? You hit that one shot. It's generally on 18 or something
Yep.
stupid that doesn't matter. But when you hit that shot, it changes your perspective on golf. Uh Again, as well, like I think a lot of people are in your same boat, right? Where
Yeah.
you're playing another sport, you figure out, you know, what you want to do next, but then you're like, no, the stigma is like golfers are weird, they're nerds, like
Yep.
they dress funny. And I think a lot of that changes in like seeing you golf a year ago. Like we've been golfing this past year since you've joined. Your trajectory and how fast you've kind of come along is insane. I know Hunk's behind the camera as well, probably smiling because like it's true, man. Like when these people come in, these guys come in, you've been out there grinding like crazy. I know you were doing range sessions almost every day at one point, on
Oh
top of
yeah.
doing everything else that you were doing. So, how do you do range sessions? First of all, I know you're a new father. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a lot of people in our group that are fathers and mothers and that sort of thing. How do you balance golfing, your job, and everything else that goes into it? How do you do all three of those? How does your wife feel about it? How does this whole thing work? How do you get it done?
So the baby was born this past summer. He's 7 months. A couple days ago, he turned 7 months. Um, but before him, it was super easy.
Yeah.
I had some extra time, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
But then when he came, it, my philosophy is there's no such thing as balance. Because when you think balance, you think like equal parts, right?
Yeah.
Off the top of your head, you just think equal parts. It's never going to happen, ever. There's always going to be something that you need to or want to put more time into.
Right.
So for me, balance is never, I don't even think of the word, I don't even use the word anymore when I talk about like um, allotting time for things or, priorities, something like that. Um, it's just not going to happen. So before him, I could pretty much go whenever I wanted. Now it's like when I get a chance. Like, I mean, I was driving to Orange County like 2 hours to golf with Hung
Yeah.
almost every weekend. And then I was playing around with Josh in the middle of the week. I was playing with you any other time about once a month. And
Yeah.
then I was doing the events once a month. And then, hella range sessions in between. Um, but now it's like, I mean, I went probably the first 7 or 8 months that I was in the club. I didn't miss a single event. Um, then the baby comes,
Yeah, you
and
were a
then
father then, man. That's it.
yeah, life starts happening. And I mean, I missed this month. Just found out I'm gonna have to miss next month because I'll be an NBA All Star.
Sounds
So
terrible. I hate to be there.
I know, right? But yeah, as far as like the balance thing, man, it just I don't know. You find other ways to improve. Like, I got a putting mat that I've pretty much worn a line into as
Yeah.
much as I've hit on it. Um, Worked on my swing, worked on mobility. Been a huge thing for me because I was always in like power sports
Yeah.
or aggressive things. Basketball is very aggressive for anybody
Yeah.
that's played at a high level. Very aggressive sport, very strength based, very explosive sport. Football, same thing. Growing up, all I played was football, basketball, baseball. Um, but then you get to golf, and it's like you got to be able to move, you got to be able to flow, you got to have tempo. Completely different. It's almost like it's not to me. It's not even. It's closer to dancing than it is to any other sport. I feel
Yeah.
like.
You can't overpower
Um,
it. You can't overpower
exactly,
it.
exactly. So, um, yeah, I just you figure out other ways to
Yeah.
improve. And you can. I mean, there's
Sure.
people that are stuck inside all winter. We're lucky. We live in California. We can golf all year round, but
I
there's
know.
some people that are stuck inside and you figure out ways to get better. Figure out ways that don't take you out of the house or take up too much time.
Yep.
So for anybody that is in my situation is looking for, down on themselves because they can't golf as much or anything like that, or, trying to figure out how to improve, there's a ton of things you can do at home that will make you a lot better.
You talked about working at a golf course and never having any desire to pick up a club. For you, like, was there a point where golf became cool and it's something that you wanted to at least check out, watch, or even became acceptable? Because I know for me, when I was growing up, golf wasn't really a cool thing until, people came on and changed the game a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, growing up, it was like, I don't know, golf to me and where I'm from was just like a rich old white man sport. You know what I mean? And a lot of people say that where they're from too. I mean, that is the majority of golfers. But I mean, I was never really, I was all about basketball. I didn't care about anything else. It was just basketball. But then like you start getting older, I can't hoop every day now. I need at least a day or two to recover. If I'm playing hard or playing competitive. Um, I guess golf kind of, I don't know, even to be honest with you, even when I started golfing beginning of last year, I liked golfing myself, but I was like, I'm never gonna watch golf. Like it's so boring. But when I do it myself, love it. Um, then I got COVID. And it was got COVID on like a Monday. No, I found out on a Wednesday, right? Like Wednesday, super early in the morning. I'm like down bad. And it just so happened that last year's Masters was that weekend. So the first like real golf event that I watched every single minute, every single second of broadcast was last year's Masters. And then I was so addicted, dude. I would wake up super early because I mean it's on the other side of the country and we're in California, 3 hour difference. I wake up super early. I watch the pre-show. I watch the whole broadcast. I would watch the post-show. This was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then it was to the point where like Friday night, I'm watching Tiger's first Masters win back in '97. Watched the whole broadcast of the last round.
We've been
Um,
there. We've all been there.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm watching all these old videos, all these old broadcasts and stuff, and I'm like, man, this like it's just something about golf and how difficult it is and how even the best players like you think about Michael Jordan, he mastered basketball. Think about LeBron James, he's mastered basketball. You think about Kobe Bryant, he mastered basketball. Even Tiger Woods, even Jack, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even like anybody, any your favorite golfer, he will never master golf. It's impossible. You can't do it. So it's like it just intrigued me so much. And then just to see like the different types of people that golf now. And you got J.R. Smith going back to college and golfing. You got and it's not just black people either. It's literally so many different cultures are involved in golf now. And so many people are bringing like there's like a sort of swag in golf now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I do feel like Tigers brought that on, but you got to think back. Like, also, now that I've learned more about golf, there were some swaggy dudes before Tiger too. Like Jack was kind of swaggy. John Daly, he was in a league of his own, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And there's countless others that have brought style and um, a coolness to the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have so many brands now that are like just making golf cool, and you got people that are making golf cool. COVID happened. Everybody starts golfing because it's like almost the only thing you can do, really. Um, but yeah, I think that was probably the point when I watched last year's Masters that I was like, okay, now I'm all in. I liked golf before, I was having fun, but now I'm all in, and that's
Bro,
what like pretty much started the obsession.
100%. When you get down that rabbit hole of going back and looking at how golf has changed on YouTube, right? Like you're
Yep.
looking at you're looking at Tigers, you're talking about Tigers insane wins. You're talking about like you go back and you look at like when Rory first started his career, you're talking about going back and looking at Jack Nicklaus, like all these
Yep.
insane events that came through. Like I was watching like if you ever heard of Big Break, it's like a show where they like
Yeah.
try to get it was on a golf channel. They try to like make a name for themselves out of nowhere. Like I went back and rewatched like every like TV episode of The Big Break, and I was like, why am I watching this? But I was like intrigued to see like how far these people have come, how much
Yeah,
different it was back then. Like, are they hitting it as far? Like you find little things and little nuances. You're like, damn, this shit is fucking dope. Like, what
absolutely.
what were they wearing back then? Like, is it still cool
Yep.
now? Like, that's
Yep.
what it is. So there's so many cool things, and you touched on so many of those things that like make the game cool and have grown over the years, um, which I think is super neat for sure.
Yeah. So one of the cool things for us, I think, in SoCal too, is like you watch guys like Bob Does Sports, and they're posting all these videos in SoCal. They're playing Arroyo,
Yeah.
they're playing Madeiras, they're playing the courses that we've played. And so when I watch
Playing more
those,
Clark all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
I watch those. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
that's where I hit it. That's where I hit it into the
Yep.
water. Like I can beat them on that hole. So it's fun to be able to see that and see other creators and kind of relate to it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, I mean, you brought up a good point. Like, you can relate to a lot of that's I feel like that's kind of there's different facets to golf content creation. You got the guys that are like super good, you know what I'm saying? Like Micah Morris,
Yeah.
Grant Horvat, Garrett and Good, some of the other dudes in Good, Luke Kwan, like these dudes that are amazing at golf. Buster Jack, the dudes are both like a plus 680 cap. Like these guys are demons, right? But then you also have guys like Bob Does Sports, um, him and Joey. They're like, better than average, but they're, average golfers. You have other people that are making content that are like their whole shtick is that they're just the average person, the
Yeah.
average golfer. And when you really get into golf, you realize like it's really hard to be good, and there's not a lot of really good people. And like just because you're good one day doesn't mean you're going to be good the next day. That's what separates really good people is being able to be consistently good. You can be good every once in a while, like you have that good round, or that good shot that you were talking about, Spence, the one that
Yeah.
brings you back for the next one. Um, but just man, just being consistent like that, like I mean, I don't know how it feels. Maybe one day I hope to know how it feels to be consistently good, but I don't know. I think it's just it's in its infancy as well. I feel like golf's been around a long time.
Yeah.
But I feel like as far as like on social media, content creation and stuff, like not really a ton of channels. You know what I mean? Like you got like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like 3 or 4 channels that are like over 500K, YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Um, maybe a couple more now, but like that's really it. But if you think about any other like gaming or any other sport, you got tons of channels that are like a
Yeah. Hundreds.
million, two
Yeah.
million. Like it's in its infancy, and I feel like now is the perfect time to get into golf. Um, Especially if you want to make content. Like you don't have to be. I was super self-conscious in the beginning. Like I'd never been bad at a sport, so it was a new feeling to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't great at every sport, but I was at least decent. In
Yeah.
golf, I was horrible in the beginning. So bad.
Yeah, you loved when I
So
put
I
the
was
camera
like,
in your face when you were bad too. I'm sure.
no, but it's like now I'm like, you see all these other people and you play with a ton of people and you're like, man, like this is just how it is. This is golf. Like you're not going to be amazing,
Yeah.
especially after 1 year.
Yeah, if you've ever seen, I'm sure you guys have seen this clip on Instagram or whatever, but Roger Steele is talking about you're gonna be trash. You're always gonna be trash. Like
Yep.
no matter how hard you try, you're gonna be trash. Like it's 100% true. Like
It really is.
no one is like you said perfect at golf, but like
Right.
the beauty is the grind, right? Like beauty is watching other people, as dumb as it sounds, fail because guess what? Like I'm gonna do the same shit. Like when I see a pro duff it off the tee, I have like some sort of like out of body like experience because I'm like, yo, they're just like me. I did that shit yesterday. Like
It feels so good.
I know. It sounds so
And I
bad to
hate to
say.
say it, but
I
like
know, I know.
it feels
I
so
hate
good seeing them mess up, man. It's just
it.
like I'm like, bro. And you see them and it's like if you're watching golf with your buddies, like, oh, that dude is trash, bro. How do you do that? How do you really shank that? Like, but then you go out and you do it 6, 7 times, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Ah, I'm glad nobody's watching me."
Yeah, and then you see them do it, and you're like, all right, fine. I guess I'll go back if he's doing it. Like, it doesn't make you
Exactly.
feel as bad, so that way you'll at least go back the next day when you want to play. So it's like it gives you a reason to go back because everybody's imperfect in golf. Like,
Exactly.
there's so many cool things to watch. So
Zach,
yeah, I
you
think that's. Go ahead, Con.
sorry, Zach, you bring up a really good point too, saying like golf content creation is in its infancy, and
Absolutely.
I think the cool part for all of us and all the creators that is just starting to happen. I'm not sure who's paying attention to this, but like you look at these major brands like TaylorMade, shout out TaylorMade, and Callaway and
Oh,
everything,
big
right?
shout out TaylorMade,
Yeah,
man.
huge shout out TaylorMade. Drew over there, Barbuti. But you look at these big brands, right? And TaylorMade is signed Foreplay, right? Callaway
Yep.
just signed Good Good, and now all these
Yep.
big brands are signing these creators because like people like you and I, the avid golf fan, we're gonna go watch these creators on YouTube, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go watch the 60th ranked player in the world, right? The 70th
I,
ranked player in
I
the world. I
could
don't know
I
who
couldn't
that
I couldn't
is.
name you anybody outside of the top 20
Yeah, like I'm an
unless it's like an older player that's fell off.
yeah. Yeah, I'm an avid golfer. I'll go watch creators way more than I go follow someone who's not in the top 20. Right? So like
Because
that.
even the dudes that aren't in the top 20, I can't relate with them. You know what I'm saying? Almost to me, I would rather watch if I'm trying to get like tips or like, pick something up, I'd rather watch the women's tour, to be honest with you. Because I'm
Same
never
with
gonna
women,
swing
bro.
like those guys on the PGA tour. You know what I'm saying? Never gonna swing that fast. That's years of dedication
Yeah.
and just it's time I don't have and I never will. Especially now with the baby, I'll never have that time ever in my life again. Um, but yeah, it's like I would much rather watch content creators because I relate to them. You know what I mean? It's just such a different sport because you can't say that about basketball. You know what I mean? I give you front row tickets, courtside seats to the Lakers, or I say, hey, you can come and watch me play at 24 Hour Fitness. What are you gonna do? Going to the Lakers game, man.
Yeah.
But if you say like, oh, I'll give you tickets to a random event during the PGA Tour, right? Just a random, not a major, not anything big, just a random event. Or I say, um, you can go to your course, your local course, and you can watch Bob Does Sports, Good Good, and Rick Shields. They're all going to be there and play. Where are you going to go? Going to go to
Yeah.
that local course and watch the content creators
100%. Like
every
if you
single time.
dude, like the younger generation, when 100%, younger generation, when they get on and they want to learn about golf, like you're saying, is they're going on YouTube, right? They type in
Yep,
golf, and guess who comes up when you type in golf? It's not the PGA Tour. It's not some of these other people. It's these content creators coming up. It's Rick Shields. It's
absolutely.
Good Good. It's Bob Sports. It's these other people that are doing golf content because they're pumping out the most. Like
Yep,
these guys are pumping out videos consistently, which then in turn help this younger generation become more, interested in it because these personalities are into it. Like you're talking about basketball players and LeBron and these guys, like these guys are elevated from an early age. Like golf doesn't really have that. Like you're not really following the amateur ranks of golf, but you're watching college ball or you're watching, you know, early on NBA, these guys' careers, like they're stars right off the rip. Like
oh
they're
yeah,
being elevated. So like it's easy to see them. It's easy to take in what they're doing because there's games on every single day, every other
yep,
day. So like if you want to watch LeBron play, you can turn on the TV during the season and you're going to see him tonight or tomorrow.
yep.
Like that's what it is. So it's an easy way to digest that content. Like you're right. I think YouTube is like the wave of how golf's going to like continue to grow.
Yeah,
It's huge.
Yeah,
I'm so
it's
invested.
growing and
Yeah,
it's changing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like even relatable golfers, I'm so invested in Trent breaking 90. Like this poor guy's got
Right?
the entire world watching him. The entire golf world trying to watch this guy break 90. That's a ton of pressure. I would collapse at that kind of pressure. but I just wanted
I've
to
seen
do
you
it
collapse
so
under that
bad.
pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have. Hey, I've broken 80, so one time.
Yeah, I broke 90 twice now, 2 times.
Let's go.
It
Once at
hurts.
Tierra Hada, which is a rough course.
It is. The
Yeah,
front nine there is tough.
fuck that
Yeah,
course.
and then the other one was at Woodley, so I don't know if that really counts, but
Hey, breaking 90 is breaking 90.
exactly.
I'm gonna give you that one. All right,
But yeah,
let's.
content is it's in its infancy, man,
Yeah.
and it really excites me because I haven't been around golf for a long time, but I have been around YouTube for a long time, and I know how it works,
Yeah.
and I know what will make you successful. And I see some of the dudes coming up, and I see some of them doing it right. I see some of them not doing it as right, and I know which channels are going to take off. And I plan on making golf content this year too. I'm probably going to make a new channel, like a whole separate channel, and just do golf stuff. But I mean, I'm just warning everybody. I know how the game works. All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm coming with a lot of YouTube, not golf experience, but I'm coming with YouTube experience, and
It's just as important. It really is.
exactly, if not more important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially if you're trying to be successful on you. I'm not trying to be
Sure.
successful as a golfer. I'm trying to be successful as a YouTuber, as a
Yeah.
content creator. So yeah, this year is gonna be fun. There's gonna be
Yeah.
a lot happening.
I love that. I love that you're branching out into other things. I think first of all, you never would have expected this a year ago. I'm assuming like catching the bug. We all catch the bug at one point. Like
Yeah,
everyone that's in this club has caught the bug. Like you're here because you
bad.
want to compete, you want to play golf, you want to do all the things that your friends are like. Your now friends are doing because you met all these people through this club or whatever. Like you
Exactly.
catch that bug, you want to do more in golf. You want to learn more about golf. You want to watch more golf, like you're saying. Like there's so much shit you can do in golf now. It's unbelievable. Like Top Golf, driving range, like
You want to
all
be
this
in
stuff. It's like
TaylorMade
a lot.
commercials?
Exactly. Like
Yeah,
exactly. You guys did a TaylorMade commercial. Like that had to be an awesome experience. Like
craziest
that
thing in my life.
that thing had to be fun as hell. Like what what was that even like? Like not even being from the golf world, how was that to take in? How was that to be a part of?
I mean, I was fortunate to have a platform already, and I think that kind of helped. But it also helped, like, if I, to be honest, if I never joined GGC, I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I am with golf right now, as far as skill wise, as far as knowledge of the game, because of all the people that I've played with, you two included, um, friends that I've made, people that I play with all the time,
Yeah.
the experiences that I've had, not just the monthly tournaments, but the TaylorMade commercial. Going to Vegas and getting stuff like I got this from Adidas, like Adidas sponsorships, TaylorMade sponsorships, golf ball sponsorships, like all these different things. I'm getting free stuff for golf, and I'm like, bro, I'm not even good. But like, it's literally because of the club and because of, I mean, you two. Um, and huge shout out to Hung because I know he puts my name in for everything, literally everything. But yeah, the commercial, dude, last thing I ever would have expected. Any of the stuff that I'm doing right now, if you told me I'd be doing this at the beginning of last year, I would have laughed in your face.
Were you in a golf commercial before you were in a basketball commercial? Because that would be the
Basketball
ultimate switch
commercial?
up if you did one before you did a basketball commercial. Because at this point,
I was in a commercial for something.
I might just call you a
Did it
golf
air on
YouTuber
TV? Yeah.
over a basketball YouTuber at this point. If you've been in a golf commercial before a basketball commercial.
This is a global
I
commercial
think,
that you were just in here.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I can't remember if I have been in a basketball commercial. Been on TV a couple times for
Yeah.
basketball, but I don't think I've ever been in like an actual basketball commercial. I think the
Yeah.
TaylorMade thing was like I've been in some like Google commercials and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
yeah, and it wasn't as big as this. That TaylorMade commercial is the biggest thing that I've been in for any
Production?
sport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How big
that
was the
was.
production? Huge? Like how many people were there, you
Oh,
think?
dude, I mean, they rented out a whole course for a whole day, so
Yeah.
that's just the start. All right. They had like 3, 4 trailers there. They had like 3, 4 makeup artists. They had 2 wardrobe people. I mean, tons of cameras. We
Yeah.
had different time slots. Like it was literally time slots all day. Um, it was huge, dude. They
Yeah.
had, I would say, I mean, Hung can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had like 25 like full sets of clubs,
Yeesh.
Yeah,
like
there were a
brand
lot of
new.
Yeah. Just
clubs.
going through them. Yeah.
Probably 40, 50 people crewing that event too.
Yep.
That was a full
And then
crew.
probably at the end when we did the rain session, I would say there was probably like 35, 40 people there that were in the commercial
Yeah.
doing stuff. And then throughout the morning, like, dude, I met one of my favorite like content creators, golfers. He's both. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Either one is Mac Bocher. And I got to meet him at this TaylorMade commercial. I literally,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
as soon as I pulled up, get out of the car, I'm walking over to the trailers, I see him, and we're like, everybody's like introducing themselves to each other, and I like introduce myself to him. I'm like, hey man. And I don't like fangirl or anything like that,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
mean I've met like any basketball player you want to talk about, I've probably met
Yeah.
him. Meeting Mac was like, because I'm new in the golf world too, so I'm still kind of like giddy
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Meeting this dude, I'm like, bro, I watch your stuff all the time, and it's different with content creators and with YouTubers, TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram. You feel like you know them more because there's not a whole lot of separation.
Yeah.
NBA player, there's a lot of separation. You're never really gonna feel like you know them,
Yep.
but with social media people, you actually feel like you know them because you see a lot of their life
Yeah.
in content creation. Um, but yeah, the commercial was huge. It was
Yeah.
huge. One of the best days of my life. Not even lying.
Listen, first of all, I'm pissed I missed it. Secondly, it sounds awesome. I hope there's like more opportunities for that kind of stuff. But you're talking about
Yeah,
like that's what this network, that's what this club, that's what we want to do here is like provide ways to meet these people, provide ways to do cool shit together. Like
yeah,
it's literally like me, Hung, Sean, and Shibby and Devin. Like everybody talks about this. Like we want to do cool shit together with like a bunch of people that love golf that are interested in the same shit. Like that's kind of the pinnacle of like what we're talking about, right? Like
yeah,
that's one of the cool things that you want to do. So it's like super dope that within a year you get to be a part of that. I would first of all, I would be fangirling over some of these people as well.
yeah.
They're like some of these guys are the shit they can do. Like you watch a pro hit a shot, I just like I get fucking giddy about it. It's like kind of weird, but like
Oh,
I
in
do.
person is
Yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah,
Watching these dudes hit the ball just listening to it.
yeah,
Like it's wild. Like Bryson was at our event in December.
yeah,
Bro, you see him hit a driver on TV, but when you in person, you feel it. This man smacks the hell out of that ball.
trust me,
And
I was standing right behind him.
it looks effortless too. Like he makes it look so effortless and it's so repeatable. It's so easy. But even like dudes like Buster Jack, like them dudes, bro, Mason, that dude can swing a golf club, bro.
Yeah, that's a that's a powerful dude, 100%.
He
That is
is
a
that
powerful
is
guy.
a large boy. He
Yeah,
is. I didn't know he was that tall.
yeah.
He's got to be like 6'5", 6'6". Every bit of 6'6", dude. He's
All right, we're this is actually perfect. We're naming off
huge.
a bunch of YouTubers, pro golfers right now.
Yeah.
I know you're new to the game. You talked about Mac
Hmm.
as well. You're building your current dream foursome because
Okay.
everyone has one, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
who is in your current dream foursome that you would want to bring out to your course or to any course? Who's in your dream foursome? It's you, three other people. Who you bringing with you?
Oof. Man, so we doing content creators or we doing like
Oh,
Anyone.
professionals?
You
you can do
can't
whatever you
say me
want.
either. Anyone but me.
Yeah, I know. Listen, we already made the stipulation that I have to tell everybody I can't be in theirs, but listen, you can do content creators, you can do pro golfers, you can do people that don't even play golf. Like if you want Charles in your foursome, you can put Charles Barkley in there. Like it doesn't matter. Who's in Zach's dream foursome?
Um, that's crazy. And
Before
I
you
mean, we can
start,
go.
before you start this, too, just say my dream foursome would be.
okay, my dream foursome would probably be. I mean, first pick, I gotta go Tiger, bro.
It's a go. It's a go. You got it.
I gotta go Tiger.
No.
I don't care. I gotta go Tiger. Second pick, um, I'm gonna go Steph Curry.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Avid golfer. He's a
that's a great
stick too.
that is. That's a great
Um,
pick.
I'm gonna go Steph Curry. Oh, last pick. This is tough, man. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I'll probably go my buddy Shane because he's the one that got me into golf. And I feel like
Wow.
if I'm having the best round of my life, he's got to be involved because I literally wouldn't be golfing at all if it wasn't for him. So I'm gonna go with my boy Shane.
That's the most wholesome and sweetest shit I've ever heard in my life. I am here for it. Listen, I think Tiger's going to be in almost every single
Oh yeah,
person's dream foursome. But I mean, like, that's the go. You have to. So you have your foursome. Where are you taking your dream foursome to? What course? Out of any course in the world, you've never played it. Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Something you might have saw on TV. You were talking about the Masters earlier. What is your dream course that you would take those guys to?
Grove 23. Don't even need to think about it. Michael Jordan's course.
MJ's course.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Grove 23.
And you didn't put MJ in your dream foursome? Shane
Ah.
got in over MJ?
I had to, man. And we'll see him at the course.
Damn, Shane don't even know, bro. That's crazy.
We'll see him at the course.
Listen,
Plus, Mike's gonna try to bet, and you know what I'm saying. I don't have money like Mike, so I'm not
That's what
gonna
Tiger's
want to
there
be
for.
involved.
Yeah,
And Steph.
yeah, maybe in another couple of years, you'll get good enough where you feel comfortable betting.
Right.
MJ, you know? Then you put him in your dream foursome. But right now, obviously, it's not in the cards.
But we're not playing at Grove if I'm betting against MJ because I heard that he literally built that course for him.
Yeah, that's home course rules, bro. You can't. It's like not even fair.
Yeah.
You know? It's like this guy.
Everything is to his like driving distance and to his like iron distances. It's his course. He built that so he could beat people.
Listen, I wish I had that sort of resource and sort of money where, listen, I'm building a course. I'm bringing all you guys out to it. You ain't getting any strokes there, first of all.
Nope.
And then I'm taking everybody's money. Doesn't matter who it is. So I wish I could do that. Props to MJ for being able to do that. But like,
Right.
that's actually insane. So you're saying you're not going to beat MJ. I actually don't even know how good MJ is at golf. I'm assuming he's got to be close to a
He's
scratch
good
golfer.
enough. Yeah, he's got to
close
be a
scratch.
single
He's got
digit
his
at
own
least.
course. Yeah, he's got his own course. Probably a single digit.
Been
I
playing
know-
for years.
Yeah. I think when you started, when you first started taking a handicap, you were like what, like a 28 or something?
I started at 33, I think, 32,
Yeah.
33. And then I made like a pretty quick jump down to 28. And then the lowest I got to, I think I'm like 21 right now.
Year, that's insane.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Everybody keeps saying that's so good, but I'm not satisfied at all. I'm not even close to being satisfied.
No.
And I know that if I had that extra 6 months and didn't have a baby, it would be even better. Mind you, I wouldn't trade that ever.
Just clarifying that.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to clarify, I don't want anybody like clipping that and being like, "Oh, yeah, you just could." But no, I guarantee it's gonna take me a little bit longer to get better now, but I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping, and I'm
No,
gonna figure something out one day, and it's gonna change everything. Because everybody always tells me the story, like, "Oh, dude, just one time I figured this one thing out, and it literally changed my whole swing." And I was, you know what I'm saying? After that, it's just course management, knowing your distances and your short game. That's it.
You're on the journey. First of all, you've already.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Once you get on the bus, you ain't getting off of it. First of all, you're on the journey. You got to figure it out. Like, I think once you start playing golf and you get to the course or you go to the range or whatever, you find like certain things and nuances about golf, and you're like, That's dope. That's whatever. And then you like kind of learn
Yep.
along the way. Like when you first started playing golf, were you like, were there things that you realized you loved about golf that you didn't think you would love? Or like, are there things that you were like, I don't know if I like this about golf? Like things you could love, like obviously, do you love, morning rounds? Do you
Yeah.
love, a nice elevated course? Like, what are things that you love about golf right now that like keep bringing you back?
Um, Man, I love a lot of things about golf. I would say my top things would be, for one, just being outside, breathing fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Just
Oh,
that feeling
100%.
when you're just out there in nature, just different. Rather than, being on, I mean, you get it in football, you're outside, but it's different with golf. Like you really get to enjoy nature, you really
Yeah.
get to see it. Um, I like that. Putting. I never thought I would like putting. I thought it
Good
was
putter.
just, yeah, I thought it
You got
was
that
just
natural feel.
dumb.
You got the natural feel.
Exactly. But now that I'm like, I'm good at putting, that's definitely my strongest thing is putting. I can't
Yeah.
figure out a driver to save my life, but
Same.
boy, I could putt.
Join the club,
I can
brother.
putt. Right.
Yeah.
Um, I would say putting. I like putting.
Yeah.
I actually really like walking. You know what I
Dope.
mean? I like a push cart.
Hmm.
I don't mind carrying my bag, but I really like, for some reason, and I never thought I would. When I first started playing, I would see people walk and be like, "Bro, you're crazy."
Yeah.
But walking is like, it's very it's therapeutic.
You feel connected, right? Like you're kind of more
Absolutely.
connected to your round. You feel connected to
Absolutely.
that course.
Yep.
There is something about the walking aspect that I think people don't, or at least haven't done yet. And then when they do, they're gonna be like, yo, this shit is kind of
It's
nice,
different.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like it's just a different way to take in golf. Like everyone is so used to riding in a cart. Like it's not the same. Like it really does feel so much different. You can almost decompress after every shot a little bit
Yep.
more when walking, right? Like you just kind of reset. You hop in the cart and you're fucking slamming clubs or some shit. Now you can put your club away, walk away, and figure it out.
Absolutely.
Um, we talked about things you love about golf.
Yeah.
Now we know everybody has this. First of all, what are things that you dislike about golf? Because as much as we love golf, there
Yeah.
are things that we definitely hate. Like there are, I mean, listen, I'm just going to throw one out there myself, slow pace, but
Yeah.
what are some things about golf that you just don't like,
Um,
or things that
Man,
you would want to change about it if you didn't like them?
things I would want to change about it.
Yeah.
Um, I used to think golf was kind of stiff, but it's
Yeah.
actually gotten a lot more lax lately. So I can't even say that I don't like that about it because very few places that are still stiff like that. And I understand why they are because, there is a tradition and an etiquette with golf. I
Yeah.
get it. Um, so I can't even say I don't like that. But I don't like slow play. Just
It's
like
the
you said,
worst. It's the
it's
worst, bro.
irritating. I hate standing on the tee box just waiting, waiting, waiting every hole.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, let's see. Uh, I don't like the driver. I don't like it. I have some people are like, oh yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with my driver. I have a hate-hate relationship with any driver.
Bro,
Driving the ball,
you
I
got the
hate
new
it.
driver.
Yeah, it's got to,
You
yeah,
can't
it's
I
the
say
do
that.
fucking
You
new
have
got
one
the
to
new
fix
one.
it.
This is gonna fix
I
it.
got the new one. I got the Stealth 2. Shout out to me. They sent me the Stealth 2. So haven't hit it yet, but maybe that's the fix I needed. All
That's
right.
it.
I needed some forgiveness. Um, but yeah, I don't like driving the ball. I don't like um any wedge above 50 degrees. Don't like it. Um, I hate half shots. Don't like them. Let's see. Love putting. What else do I not like? Looking for my ball. I hate losing a golf ball, man.
Bad feeling, bro. It is.
I
It's just,
hate losing. There's been 2 rounds where I didn't lose a single golf ball. Um, One of them was on a par 3 course, and then one of them was at Woodley, which I mean, it's really hard to lose a ball at
yeah.
Woodley Lakes. like really, really, you have to try real hard to lose a ball there. Um, but yeah, I hate losing a ball. I hate looking for a ball, and I hate people that look for their ball for 10 minutes, bro. Just take a drop.
Yeah,
If it's
listen,
gone, it's gone.
I don't see my boys scaling up the side of a mountain, bro. Like you done that. You a great point. I don't want to see
Let it
you.
go, man.
Yeah, Billy goating up the side of the mountain to hit a shot. Like the ball costs $3 or whatever. Like we're good. Take your drop, move along. Let's keep it pushing. You know, like we're good.
Absolutely. And I don't like people. I don't like people like swinging around and moving around when I'm trying to hit the ball. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
That's dude. I don't know how pros. First of all, I don't know how pros play. Like
There's so many people, bro.
consistently people walking around the tee box. I know like they're telling you to like be still and blah blah blah, but like there's still things going on around you. You see people walking
Absolutely.
down the side of the fairway. There's like shit going
Pulling
on.
up
Like
their phones.
yeah, like I have no idea how they do that, but like props to them for being able to figure that out. Like at some point you probably get used to it, but still, man, like I'm
Yeah,
the same way you are, bro. Like if you breathe when I'm trying to hit, like something's throwing me off. I'm getting thrown off. So I'm right there with you. I'm
that's the
right there.
thing, man. I'm already struggling, bro. Like, don't make it worse on me. Please. Please.
We're just two men trying to keep it in play, you know? Like
Exactly.
don't try to do anything that's gonna hinder me from at least making a half decent swing. You know, like
Exactly.
trying to figure it out over here.
Rewinding real quick. Michael Jordan, 1.2 handicap, plays 36
See,
holes
that's
a
the
day.
thing, bro.
Wait, 36
That's
holes a
crazy.
day?
hmm
Sheesh, dude.
What else is he doing?
Listen, first of all,
gets up, plays, goes to lunch, plays again.
that's the dream.
Yeah.
Now that you're on the golf journey, and I've been on the golf journey now here for like 5 to 7 years or whatever it was, but now you're like your whole like goal in life is to be able to like retire and like be able to play more golf, you know? Like it's
Absolutely.
become such a weird thing where you're like, how can I get to this end result of like I can retire, move to a place that I can golf all year round and be able to play 36 holes a day like Michael Jordan, because
Yep.
that is now the ultimate goal. When I was 16, I would have thought that was the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Absolutely.
Like, no way was that was ever on my mind. I was thinking like, I'm going to a beautiful island and I'm going to be surrounded by whatever. Like, but now I'm
Yep.
just like, put me on a golf course, I'll be ecstatic.
Be so happy every day.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you talked about that putting mat, and I know for a fact that you have an extensive putting collection. Can you
Yeah.
grab a couple? Show us. I see the shoe collection. We got to see some
Yeah.
putters. Let's see them. What do you got?
Okay. All right. I could go grab a couple. I
Grab a
have
couple.
one here, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna grab I'll grab like my top 3 or 4. I'll be right back.
Perfect. Yeah. He's back. All right. All right. First of all, you're back. How many did you grab?
I got my top 5 right here.
Top 5. So wait, before you show the top 5, how many do you actually have?
Scotties or putters altogether?
Wait.
Okay.
Here's what I need you to do. I need you to look in the camera, say your name, your handicap, how long you've been golfing for, and then how many putters you have.
Okay. All right. My name is Zack Mowry. I've been golfing for almost a year now. I'm around a 20 handicap, and I have 23 putters.
Okay. First of all, 23 putters is insane.
Yep.
I know you have multiple Scotties. How many Scotties do you have as well out of that 23?
16
No
of those 23 are
shot.
Scotties. Swear to you.
No shot. All right.
16.
And you bought all these, or were like some of these gifts, or what exactly? How did you get this many putters / Scotties? Like, what are we doing?
I wish it was gifts. It's basically like, I don't know. It just became like a weird obsession.
You know, you could sell the ones you don't use, right? Like, you're allowed to do that.
I mean, you see the I don't wear these shoes,
Hey,
man. I don't wear these jerseys, and I'm not gonna sell them. I've
I
never
see the
been
shoes.
a selling guy.
I see the shoes. I think we need like another rack above the shoes right there, and just like display
For
some
the
putters.
putters.
Yeah, display some putters up there.
They all go in the garage because I got my putting mat out there. I got all my golf gear out there. I've got like a man cave. This is
Yeah,
my office, which is
yeah,
like the basketball and the shoes and all that. And
yeah,
then in the garage is the man cave. That's where, I can swing, I can hit into my net.
yeah.
Um, I got 2 putting mats. I got all my putters down there. Got all my clubs. I got 3 bags down there. I got all my golf clothes, all my golf shoes. This isn't even half my shoes. And I probably have, man, I would say close to 20 pairs of golf shoes now too.
I feel that.
That's swag. That's
Yeah,
swag.
have to,
Sometimes you need it. First of all,
have to.
you need a little option, a few options. You don't know. Depends on the day. Depends on the course. Depends on how you're feeling.
Absolutely.
Depends on
Every
your
event,
company.
every event's like a photo shoot for us.
Yeah, like you got to come out looking fresh. You never know who you're going to see that day. All right, we're talking about outfits, but you said top 5. I gotta see the top 5 because
Top
first of all,
5.
there's so many. How do you pick 5 out of 30 or whatever it is? Like that's insane.
Um,
But
I mean, these are my favorite ones. This all started after we played Torrey Pines.
yeah.
That was the day I stopped by the Scotty Cameron Gallery on the way home. One of the guys was telling me like the history of everything. I started seeing some like crazy Scotties.
Yeah.
They actually had one that I should have bought, but I didn't know that I should have bought it.
Yeah.
But I mean, now it's just a normal one to me. But then I went and bought a Phantom X5. That was my first one. Bought that, and then I traded it for, took it back, traded that for X7. Was horrible with that. Went back
Yeah.
to the 5, and then I was on the lookout for just used ones at Roger Dunn. I stopped
Yeah.
by every Roger Dunn I passed by, even to this day, just see if there's anything in the little used section because you can find some gems. I found some really good
Yeah.
putters. But it started like that, and then when you get into something, your taste just starts to grow and grow and
Yeah.
grow, and it gets more expensive and more expensive. So I feel like I'm pretty far down the rabbit hole now. So I'll just show you the top 5. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Let's do
We're
it.
gonna start out with. Let's start out with. We'll go with this one here. All right. This is one of my favorites. Black shaft,
Ooh, that's
blacked
sleek.
out Scotty handle, and then you have the shaft band here instead of the sticker. This is the Moto, made only to order, so you can get these at the Scotty Cameron store, the
Yeah.
gallery. Um,
Did you
this one
order this boy?
I found this one on eBay. Somebody was selling this brand new on eBay, and I
Yeah.
really wanted this club. Um, but yeah, super, super crazy head cover, really
Yeah.
nice. But this is it right here.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's fresh.
It's a Future of 5 CB, which is cavity back. So that's the front there, black and blue,
Yeah, it was
and then
nice.
it's got the silver cherry bombs, and then this is the cavity back that they're talking
Yeah.
about. But yeah, this used to be my favorite until I started getting some more. So that's number 5 there.
How'd you putt
All
with
right.
that one?
Yeah.
What's that?
How'd you putt with that one?
How do I putt with it?
No, like how was
Just
your putting game with that?
with this one, it's okay. I don't
Yeah.
really try. I try not to hit that one too much.
Yeah. That was
I'm never
pretty. That's a
taking.
pretty putter. That is a
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
putter.
never taking it on the course ever. Never
Yeah.
will either. Let's go with. Oh man. All right, so we'll go with this one here. I got this one at the Scotty Cameron Gallery. This is a Terillium. This is one of the new ones. So this is the T22 Newport 2 Terillium. This is was my gamer.
Yeah, I've seen you use that one before.
Yeah, this was my gamer for a little bit, and then it's got they call this the cord no cord grip because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the cord grip, but it doesn't actually have the cord in it, and then it's like a copper color, so it matches the Terillium really well.
Yeah.
This was my gamer for a long time. Got that one retail at the Scotty Cameron Gallery, thankfully. Let's see. Now I'll take you back old school. This one I got off of another Scotty Cameron collector that I met on Instagram, Geo Putter. Shout out Geo. He's actually from Ohio as well. But this is it's a Newport Trillium TEI3 face stamp.
Oh,
Now you can see this one's like way
yeah,
shinier. It's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
also it's the long neck version. So this is like just a super old classic. I mean, it's got the original shaft stickers and everything on it. You can see them like
That one's nice
starting to
though.
peel off and fade.
Yeah.
It's got the old Titleist grip on it.
Oh, the core
And then
grip.
it
Yeah, yeah.
it says Cameron here at the top, but it's kind of like this is all original. The only thing that was redone was the actual putter itself. The band, everything else.
Yeah.
The shaft, the grip, everything else original. But this one
It's beautiful.
also has never seen the course, never will.
Doesn't look like it. That thing is shiny as
Yeah,
hell.
dude, this thing it's one of the most beautiful pieces of equipment I have. That's the
Yeah.
old school. Um, and then we'll go with a recent pickup. This is the Scotty Cameron My Girl that came out
Oh
this
yeah.
year. So he makes a My Girl about once every year. But they're like a girly pattern. He makes it for I think it's his
Oh,
daughter or
that's
daughters.
that's the cutest.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
but this is definitely I'm thinking one day my wife will play
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
me and
Well, now she
she can
has to.
use
You kind
this
of
one.
forced her hand. You forced her hand by getting her
Exactly.
one. Yeah.
But this one,
That's smart.
I actually got lucky. They got one at local Roger Dunn, and I knew one of the guys there, and they were only getting one, and they sold it to me. So
That's the
super
hookup.
lucky.
Yeah, that's the
And
homie.
then
That's the homie right there.
yeah, and then today, I actually, no joke, I went down to the Scotty Cameron Gallery today. My birthday's
Yo.
tomorrow. So my wife took me down there, gave me the green light. She said, "You can get whatever you
Wow.
want." And going from like the T22, the new Terillium,
Yeah.
the My Girl, things like that. There's only one way you can go from there, and that's
Yeah.
like up, up. So I got my first Circle T today,
Oh
Ooh,
man.
shit.
blacked out grip, got the Circle T sticker on it, the silver shaft bands, got the serial number on it. This thing
That's sick.
is
That's
so
insane.
crazy.
That is sick.
It's I don't know if you guys are ready. This is one of the most beautiful putters I've ever seen. So this is a Super Rat 1,
Ooh,
all right? And
detail.
it's got the GSS insert in it.
Oh, I can see that shit. Oh
Wow.
yeah.
That's
German
beautiful.
stainless steel, button back, so you know it's got the insert. And
Yeah.
then it's got these little indents here on the
Oh
neck.
yeah, it's sleek. That's sleek.
Yeah, bro, this thing is like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is my baby. And I'm playing with it. You know what I mean? Tools,
Yeah.
not jewels. That's what a lot of collectors say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tools,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
jewels. If
Yeah.
you buy it, you should play it. It's just like shoes. I've worn all the shoes I bought at least once.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this is my new gamer. My
That's
first Circle
beautiful.
T. My pride and joy.
Dude,
Probably the first of many, but
that's got to give you like some insane confidence. Like you pull that thing
oh
out of the
yeah,
bag, like all your boys or whoever you're playing with, they ain't got one of those. You pull it out, you're like immediately
that's the thing,
going
man.
on them. You're like,
See, that's the thing. I might not be great. I might miss the shot. I might miss the putt.
yeah,
I might miss the fairway. I might miss the course, but I'm gonna look good doing it. I know a lot of people out there are gonna hate. Oh my God, 20 handicap and you got a Circle T. It's the stupidest thing. Kiss my ass, man. Kiss my
hey,
ass.
hey.
If you could
First
get
of all,
one, they would get one too.
half the battle. First of all, half the battle is looking good while you're doing something.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
I'm gonna look
confidence.
good.
Yeah, confidence is half the battle. If you go in there feeling like a schmuck with crud equipment that you don't love, first of all, you're not playing well.
Yeah.
Secondly, you look bad and you don't play well. So like, it's a double edged sword. You better just go home at that point. Like
Exactly. I
so.
mean, and there's people that play great with, the same putter that they've had for 30 years is all
Yeah,
beat up. I
yeah.
mean, that's cool, but that's not me. All right.
To each their own. I think, but
It's
that's just how it's evolving. Like there's so much cool shit now. Like your putter
that's the
collection
thing,
is
man.
literally the point of like golf and how things are trending. Like equipment's first of all better. There's
Yeah.
way
Oh
more
yeah.
options. Shit like looks cooler. Like I got just like you have there. Like I got like all blacked out wedges and shit that like rust and shit.
It's
Against you
wild,
know what I
man.
mean? Like there's just cool shit now that like I want to get, and then I see the new stuff come out. I'm like, yo, I gotta get that. Like it might not make me better, but like
For sure.
I'm gonna feel better about it.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
that's the
like
thing. Golf is very mental too. So if I feel good and I look good, I'm gonna play better. It doesn't mean I'm gonna play great. Having a
yeah,
circle T isn't gonna make any more putts. I might putt better with, you know what I'm saying, just a regular I don't want to put down any brands or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? I might just putt better with just a regular little Kirkland putter. Let's say
yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying? From Costco. It might doesn't matter though. I
yeah,
like to
yeah,
look good. I like the swag. I like having cool stuff. And I've always been like that, even with basketball. I've been like that. With any other
yeah.
sport, I've been like that. In life, I've been like that. So it's only natural that I'm gonna be like that in golf. It's just who I am. I want to look good. I want to have cool stuff, and I do what I can to put myself in a position to be able to get that stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. 100%. Like that's
That's how
why
I
there's
enjoy things.
yeah, that's why the options are out there. First of all, like people want to own cool stuff. People, first of all, before I saw your collection, I've seen the couple of Scotties you've had since we played, but like now I understand why people would want to buy more, not
Yeah.
use
Oh
more,
yeah. It's addicting.
because yeah, because some of those things, those are beautiful pieces of art as well. Like, first of all, for shoes, same thing. I never thought I'd be a shoe guy, but
Right.
years ago, I bought my like first pair of Jordans, and I was like, shit. Like now I
Hooks.
understand why people have this shit. Like now I have
Yep.
like 3 Jordan pair of golf shoes. There's other Jordans I don't even wear, but like you understand why people do it.
Yeah.
So like in the same vein, it's like I get why you have these putters. I get why people collect them. I get why they make them.
For
People want
sure.
them. People want them.
Absolutely.
So listen, there's been a lot of cool shit that we covered here. This has gone
Yeah,
on
for sure.
longer than I thought it would have. But you know
I
what?
could
Like,
I could talk about golf all
dude,
night long,
100%.
man.
Listen, I'm sure we'll do this again, 100%,
Oh yeah,
because there's still a lot more things that we could get through and we can cover. Everyone's journey here is continuously like moving forward. Things are going to be changing in their lives. Their golf game's going to be changing. So I'm sure we'll do this again. Listen, you're new to golf.
yeah,
New-ish to the club. You've been here for a year. I think people, at the end of this will understand like what are the coolest guys that you'll ever meet. Dude, super fun to play
appreciate
golf with,
that.
first of all. Um, like super relatable, like in terms of, you know, somebody just a regular guy learning to play golf or got into it late or whatever it was. So
Yeah,
I think people are going to see this and enjoy that and want to come, talk and whatever. So I think that's the coolest thing about what we're doing here and getting to know all the members. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you being a part of it, being part of the first one. First of all, thank you for this is like the beta. You're a part of
right.
the beta, you know?
Thank you
Yep.
guys for having me
Yeah,
on,
I'm going
man.
to
Like,
reveal a secret. I'm going to drop some tea here. Spencer and I don't like playing with slow new golfers, but we like playing with you because you're not those
yeah,
things.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I'm new,
yeah.
but I'm never
Yeah.
gonna be slow. I promise
No,
you.
100%. And when Hung was like, "Yo, you want to play with my boy Zack?" He's new. I was like, "No, that guy probably slow as shit.
Yeah.
I probably don't want to play with him." Literally, we're playing like every other weekend. We're going to Torrey, having the
Yep.
greatest fucking day of all time. And so, yeah, exactly. 100%. Like, you can suck, just don't be
Just don't
slow.
be slow.
You learn that right off the rip, and that's half the battle. First of all, in my eyes.
Yeah.
So, again, I appreciate you being a part of this. Uh, can't wait to see you at more events. I know you got some stuff down the pipe that you're a little bit busy doing, but
Yeah.
um, by the time this comes out, we might be talking about it. But league play will be started back up. I know you're going to be out there grinding some
Oh
some
yeah.
league
I
play
love league
matches.
play.
So hopefully you get some of those schedules with some of the new members and whatnot. I know I'll be seeing you out there for league play.
Oh yeah.
Stoked to see you at some events in the future. Again, thank you so much for being a part of it. We will talk soon, and we'll see you on the greens.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me on. Thank you for inviting me to the first one. I appreciate that. You know, it's an honor to be picked for the first one, and you know, shout out to you guys, and huge shout out to Hung for bringing me in the club. Because, like I said, I, you personally, Hung, I wouldn't be where I am now in golf, and I mean, even outside of golf. Like, you taught me a lot about like life, but I'm not trying to get like sentimental or whatever. But I've learned a lot from Hung.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you, man. I love you guys both. Um, you guys have helped me in golf and life, in my mental space.
Always.
Like,
Always.
you guys are great people. There's a lot of great people in the club, but I would say you guys are probably two of my favorites.
Thank
Hey,
you,
I
brother.
appreciate it. Uh, who cares about Hung, first of all? But I know I appreciate it. I know, the rest of our members will appreciate when they get to meet you as well. There's just so many new people. So, for us here, thank everybody. Thank Zach for being here. Thank you, Hung, for being behind the camera and kind of running this thing. So, this is one of many, guys. We'll have more guests coming soon. If you want to be featured on it, reach out to myself or Hung. We'll be happy to get you on here at some point. But yeah, this is episode 1, and we'll see you guys later.